Ah, boy, nerds, are you ready for the leak? Yep, that's right, guys. Have you seen the leak? A lot of you have been sending me this, so I'm not really going to spoil it. I will say it was really well done. Congratulations to Aki Gaming for this one. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I'm sorry. But in case you haven't, go check it out in the description. And also, if you want to hang around, you can also watch it at the Inslate. So, yeah, just saying. We're going to be talking about leaks, because a lot of these have popped up in recent years, and every time that, you know, recent years, as in the year that Heroes has been out, but a lot of you have always sent me these. You guys have always sent me going, Sage, did you see the newest leak or the newest detail? And, well, yes, I have. But the thing about Heroes is that oftentimes we have a lot of leaks. That does not necessarily mean that they're real. Either they're overactive imagination, or it's intentional and kind of trolling, obviously, but we've had leaks, and I wanted to go over my favorite ones, because my god, have we had a lot of leaks in the past. So let's just start with the photos, let's talk about some of the bigger ones, and, you know, just kind of have some fun. So, does anyone remember this picture at all? Anyone? Anyone at all? This is the picture that I like to call, oh, it's just, you know, it's Seth. Seth is hiding something. No, seriously, that was the huge, massive line of, God, my notifications with this single picture exploded. Because everyone and their mother was sending it to me. And apparently this was because, for those who don't know, you see it, right? There's a little bit of a... there's an archer hidden behind Seth there. Yeah, that was the biggest revelation in this one. It's basically what I like to title Seth using repositioning. Because, well, Seth is just moving Virion there, obviously. But a lot of you in, you know, in the community were like, oh my god, this doesn't seem to be a character model that we're actually familiar with. Who can it be? Who is this character? And I'm just going to spoil it for you. It's Virion. Just saying. But this picture did spawn a pretty adequate meme that is now dead, at least. But it did spawn one about how Seth seems to be hiding everything. So, for those who are wondering how my whole spoiler Seth gate thing kind of came about, it's from this picture. It's from your overactive imaginations. And yes, that was one of the more fun ones. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about when it came to spoilers and, you know, leaks was probably the Acrylicpocalypse, as I like to call it, because, well, this one has a little bit more of a story behind it. For those who don't know, during this time, Game Press found little bits of strings of data that hinted towards a new legendary hero that was going to be Robin. And then about the same time, this picture showed up on the official Fire Emblem Heroes Twitter, and it seemed to have a silhouetted character that, for some reason, people couldn't put together that it was Delthea. Everyone was like, that's not Delthea. That can't be Delthea. That must be Robin. It looks so similar to Robin. Guys, you know, the acrylic figures came out a little bit later, and spoiler alert, it was Delthea. Just pointing that out. This is why I don't cover acrylic figures. This is the one time, I can't believe it. Acrylic figures were the things that nearly made me want to kill myself. Oh my god. Just... this thing spammed my inbox for nearly 3 days, because everyone was like, oh my god, look, Sages, it's actually Legendary Robin. Don't ever do that again. No, but seriously. That was painful. Now, the next leak, quote-unquote, which, by the way, that's still the acrylics. I'm still thinking about that, but the next leak was actually something that... This was probably the grand effort. The biggest one out there, outside of, you know, actual real leaks, because I don't know if you guys remember this artwork here. I'm just going to point it out real quick. Whoop. And then, whoop. Yep, this was, of course, for those who don't know, this was Sigrid and Deirdre, and this was leaked, quote-unquote, during a time when they weren't in the game. And everyone was like, oh my god. This was actually... I'm going to, of course, leave a link to the artist that made this, because obviously this is not... You know, this was actually a commission by Gast, if for those who don't know, Gas Station. Yeah, he commissioned an artist to make Deirdre and Sigurd in a, you know, fitting art style. And then not only that, but also teamed up with the data miners at this time to propose a fake data mine / leak using this art style. Yeah, this was something outside of the norm, and I got spammed with this as well. And I'll always remember it because it was such a strange situation. Because I got this news, this information, I looked at these characters, but then we had a little bit more oddities coming from it. Because from the data mine, just to give you an example, guys, this, on the right side, was Sigurd's supposed sprite set. And on the left side is Eldigan's supposed sprite set. Do you see any similarities here at all? I'm sure you do. So yeah, obviously, this was the biggest fake, but there was nothing compared to Gas's video on this when that actually came out, because those characters were absolutely... You know, I will say one thing, while they were fake, I have to say, Kadura, I hope I'm saying her name right, their name right, they did an amazing job at presenting this beautiful art style. I mean, I love the pastel look to it. It just looks fantastic. It's a shame that it didn't actually turn out to be real, but that was a fantastic leak. That was a fantastic quote-unquote leak. And yes, that was... This was what we were all fuming at a long time ago, was when this came out. God, I can remember all the salt. That was just like, oh my god, look at all of it. Yeah. That was it. Oh, the bygone days of all these leaks. And of course, now you have another leak to look at. It should be on the screen right now. Go check it out. Seriously, it's a lot of fun. But yeah, that was a trip down memory lane for all of the fun times that have caused me a lot of headaches when it came to leaks. And Acrylicpocalypse Gaming, you did a good job. Just Christ, save me a little bit of trouble, okay? Please? Please? Anyways, nerds. Yeah. My god. I know you guys have overactive imaginations, but when it comes to leaks, I tend to at least keep it a little bit on the down low. When it's obvious, when it isn't, you know, stuff like that. But, man, the fun and exciting times that we've had in the past. Alright, nerds, catch you later. I'll see you soon.